Well, if BVD isn't going to go live tonight, he's going to watch his high school football. I'm going to try an experiment and I'm going to go live tonight and see what happens. Probably just going to be a relatively typical online stream for me. I sometimes have gone on live, unannounced, and see who shows up. Let's see. My buddy Jason is in the house. See, I got it right this time. And Goose is here. How you doing, man? Yeah, I just usually I am. Let me move the chat over in front of me here so I can. Yeah, usually I'm a moderator on my friend Big Vol Daddy. His real name is Keith, but everyone calls him BVD or the Big Vol Daddy. Big Tennessee fan. And he streams from 8 to 10 every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So he's not going to be on tonight, or at least he might not be on until much later, because he is going to be doing something at a high school football game. He's a big high school football fan. The Greenville, Greenville, Tennessee, the Greenville Devils, Green Devils, something. So I figure if he's not going to live stream, I'm going to live stream, because if he's not going to live stream, that means I don't really have anything better to do on a Friday night, because I have no life. And I figured, I don't like the way my hair looks today, but I don't care. So I figured, if he's not going to stream, I'm going to take the slot and I'm going to stream and get some viewing hours, get some ad revenue. Yeah, a couple of cents. Maybe somebody throw a super chat my way or a PayPal or something, and just spend a couple hours with my friends. Jason, I really liked the Doxa video you put up today. That was really a good one, and I'm glad my one of my watches could help you out, and my video could help you out. So that was a great video. So congratulations there. That was well done. Let's see. Well, we know that Goose likes his steaks medium rare, so he's an actual American. That's good. Yeah, bet a Florida fan was streaming. That would be me. Yes. LaMichael, thank you. I'm glad to be streaming. It's just something to do, right? Something to do. Room's not a mess, so I figured I could just jump on, go live, and have a little fun with that. Let's see. I have 7 people here, but only three or four people are chatting, but that's all right. Jason said you are thinking of Zelos. Which Zelos would you like me to do a review of? Well, which ones do you have? Do you have any? First of all, that'd be the first question I'd ask. Do you have any? Yeah, I figured I'd switch it up today. Instead of water, I'm drinking the drink of champions, created at the University of Florida for the University of Florida. And every time you drink one, you're paying the University of Florida. Suck on it. How do you think Peyton Manning felt? Couldn't beat Florida, 4 years trying, and went 0-4, never won a title, never did anything against Florida worth a damn. And he ended up pimping Gatorade in the professional level. I bet that must have. I go to bed happy at night thinking that Peyton Manning died a little inside every time he did a Gatorade commercial, even though he cashed a really good check for it, I'm sure. Let's see. LaMichael says some high school football on ESPN right now makes me wonder how so many high schools around America are playing football, but the Big Ten isn't. Hey, that's a very good question. Maybe it's because there's sort of a lack of balls on the part of the Big Ten and the Pac-10. Wouldn't surprise me, those gutless wonders. I gotta say, again, for the record, I gotta say, um, it really surprised me that the Big Ten canceled their season before the Pac-12. It really did, because I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Because the Pac-12, I mean, we all know what the lifestyle and politics and outlook on life is out there on the left coast of the country. I call it granola land. What ain't fruits and nuts is flakes. I'll probably get demonetized for that, but I don't care. So I figured they would have bailed first. You know what I mean? Football doesn't really seem to mean a hell of a lot to that area of the world, except for maybe USC. But the Big 12 shocked me. I really didn't think, a Midwestern conference would bail. I don't know. I hope that is actually Chess Hall and not a troll, because I really hate to have to kill a troll. A golden egg of opportunity falls into your lap this month. Okay, so we're quoting fortune cookies, I guess. Michael says they don't have nearly the resources of the huge conferences, but yet they are still playing. Yeah, I couldn't explain it to you if I tried. I really couldn't. I'm glad that the high schools are playing, because you know what? The kids are never going to get to the college level if they don't play now. So it's good for them. Mukbang Chess Hall says, a smile is your personal welcome, Matt. Is this going to be an all evening thing, Chess? Because if it is, I'm going to block you. It couldn't be Mukbang Chess. It couldn't be the real Chess Hall, because the real Chess Hall is a moderator on my channel. So this has to be a troll. So I'm wondering if I should dump him. Anyway, he hasn't done anything obnoxious yet. The bet says, I'm happy when I go to sleep knowing Florida hasn't won the SEC. Let's see. Alpha Dad's here. How's it going? Another witticism from Mukbang Chess Hall. Depart not from the path which fate has you assigned. Christ. And another one. Don't let the past and useless detail choke your existence. Okay, now we're just getting silly. I mean, Jesus Christ. Hang on, I'm just checking a couple of pages that are kind of set behind this page. Okay, we can leave those alone. Where did I leave off? Oh, the existence. Okay. Goose Sports says, I agree, those high school kids need to have some normality. We all need some normalcy, don't we? I mean, damn. Let's see. Hey, the Barner's here. Bob the Barner. How you doing, man? No high school football in Virginia. My son is ticked. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me, considering it's Virginia. Virginia's kind of gone off. Virginia used to be a reliable state. Now they've gone off the rails. Green Gatorade is still my favorite flavor. I am old school. The bet says, I doubt Chess reads fortune cookies. He eats them instead. Actually, Bet you would be wrong, because Chess has said multiple times on multiple channels that he doesn't like desserts. He doesn't like sweets. They make him sick. So I'm going to take Chess's word for it, because he hasn't given me any reason to believe he's lying about such things. He's maybe a little bit of a pervert, but aren't we all? So I'm not gonna doubt him on that. Glittergator's here. How you doing, man? BVD ain't streaming. No, he's not. If he was streaming, I would not be. I absolutely promise you that, sir. BVD is not streaming. He put up about a minute-long video earlier about 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, saying he's at the Greenville Devils football game and he might stream after the game when he gets home and he might not. So I figured I'm going to take the spot because the spot's open. I'm not stepping on anybody's toes that I know of. Actually, let's test that real quick. Hang on just a minute. I will look at my subscriptions, and nobody that I am subscribed to is live right now. So I am not stepping on anybody's toes that I consider friends. So why not? I mean, why not take the time, right? I got nothing better to do. Mukbang Chess Hall, help, I'm being held prisoner in a Chinese bakery. That's your problem, not mine, sir. That sounds like a chess problem, not a Celine Driver problem. Okay. Let's see. No, we're not. Because I recognize a troll when I see one. So, goodbye. Yo, Bobby Legs, how you doing, man? How's it going tonight? One of my watch guys. Be nice, guys. This is one of my watch guys. Hey, wasn't that Bobby? Did you see what happened with Random Rob today? Broke 40K on subs and 100 people in the Patreon, the high end Patreon. That's pretty good. I mean, I hope you saw that. Yeah, Jason saw it. That's really good. I really am happy for Rob. He works really hard and he's helped a lot of channels out, including mine. And really is a good milestone for him to hit 40,000 subscribers. Random Rob is killing it. My buddy Libby from Down Under. How are you, old girl? Actually, not that old. How's the move-in going? Libby just bought herself a house down in the land of Oz. One day she's going to take me on a virtual tour of it, I'm sure, because she'll start in one room and grab her laptop and walk around all over the place because she's that person. Let's see. Where are we now? Mukbang Chess Hall gave another. It is better to be an optimist and proven a fool than be a pessimist and be proven right. Are you on a website reading this crap off? I really bad stuff here. Big Wrist is here. How you doing, man? Neighbor has a leaky valve in the garage. I have a reason for Big Wrist. I don't even stream on Friday nights normally. Normally I'm on Big Vol Daddy's stream as a moderator. He's not streaming tonight, so I said, what the hell? I got nothing better to do. I'm going to stream tonight. Big Wrist says, I posted Avid. I don't know what that means. Okay. LaMichael says, when was the last time you saw a great movie? A great movie? Damn. I personally don't throw around the word great when it comes to movies. I mean, there have been some great movies, in my opinion. The Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston was a great movie. As far as being a legendary comedy, Blazing Saddles was a great movie. Politically incorrect, to be sure. Could not be made now, could not even be broadcast now, but a great movie. And believe it or not, I think Smokey and the Bandit is a great movie. I still laugh when I watch that movie. But the last movie that I don't go to movie theaters anymore except under very special circumstances because I really just don't like being there. But the last movie I saw in a movie theater was the last of the Star Wars movies. It was a good movie. I mean, the special effects and the sound blew me away. I'm pretty happy with the way it ended. I think Disney destroyed the franchise with all their virtual signaling and politically correctness and throwing characters at us that in the end meant nothing. Um, I think killing off Han Solo was unnecessary. Well, okay, not unnecessary. I don't know that it moved the plot forward. I understand why they did it. I just don't see how it moved the plot forward in the next two movies. And as far as the CGI, inserting CGI versions of characters that were no longer available for various reasons, I got no problem with that. But that's my answer to that question. Yeah, that's true, Jason. You're here on my channel because of Random Rob. And I'm on YouTube. I got on YouTube before I discovered Random Rob, but I exist better on because of Random Rob. And because of Random Rob, I have managed to unload watches that would have taken longer to unload, and I picked up a few good watches that I would never have been able to pick up, and I got to experience a lot of watches through the tours. So Random Rob has been a great influence on my version of the watch hobby. Libby says you're only renting it. I'm sorry. I honestly I thought you bought the thing, so I apologize. You're nearly done getting the last of your stuff. Okay, well, good luck with that, and please don't be careful. Don't hurt your back or anything. Yeah, I would agree, Bobby. Rob is the hardest working watch enthusiast on YouTube. I put him right up there in terms of influence in the YouTube watch community with guys like Federico and Tristano, aka TGV, as great influences on the watch community. I put him right up there with those guys. I wouldn't quite put him up there with Timmy Tomas. I'm sorry, Tim Masso over at Watchbox, but close, getting there. We'll see. Let's see. Big Riss, I posted a congrats vid for Random Rob. Good. Okay. You posted. You typed earlier. I posted a vid, AVID. You didn't put a space there, so that threw me off. Okay, my bad. Cooking steaks for the kids is Jason. That is good. That's good. Wilkie is here. How you doing, Wilkie? Titanic is a great movie. No. No, I'm sorry. No. I cannot watch any movie that has Leonardo DiCaprio in it. I can't do it. If it has Leonardo DiCaprio in it, I can't watch it. Oh, and of course, you got to include Godfather and Godfather 2 and Casino. Those are all definitely great movies. Maybe Casino's a bit formula, or what they could say, formulaic. But still, it was a great movie. It really was. I might even squeeze in the original Airport, the first one, the one with Dean Martin in it, and Burt Lancaster, and a gruffy old mechanic. What was his name? George Kennedy, I think it was. And some really, really heavyweight star power in that movie. And it was well done. I thought it was well done. It had all the elements that you need for a pretty good movie. So yeah, I'd put that up. If not a great movie, I'd say a near great. I mean, the other airports that followed were progressively worse and worse. But I thought the original Airport was really a good movie. Okay, Jason, have a good dinner, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Alpha Dad, I not seen Django yet. I don't know that I ever will, but I haven't seen it, so I can't make a comment on that. LaMichael, I have not seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so I'll take your word for it. Alpha Dog, the best acting Leo has ever done is in Titanic. Eesh. No, Slim. First of all, welcome to the show, Slim. Airplane is not Airport. Airplane was the comedy. Airport was the serious movie. Yeah, don't call me Shirley. And Roger Murdoch, aka Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as an airline pilot. Oh, and probably the best part of that was I forgot the name of the actress, but the lady who played June Cleaver way back when in Leave It to Beaver, saying, starting to speak jive. The whitest white woman you will ever meet speaking jive to two black guys. That take. Barbara Billingsley. Okay, was that her? Okay. Um, I wonder how many times they had to keep redoing that scene until they got it right, but it was still kind of a funny scene. Hang on just a minute. I got to check something. Oh, yeah. I wanted to get that one too. Okay. Okay. Now that I've done that, I can concentrate. So what's going on tonight, guys? Before we get into that, first of all, I'm glad everybody's here. Certainly welcome to the stream, kind of an impromptu stream. Not really a substitute for BVD's Friday night live stream, but I'm glad to do it. Glad to entertain myself and entertain you folks. If you're in here and you haven't already done so, please click that thumbs up for me. It does help the channel out. And if you're Extreme Striker and you've stumbled in here and you want to click thumbs down, go ahead. Do your worst. I could give a damn. A little punk. The super chat is available down there somewhere. And in the description, I've left a link to my PayPal. In fact, I think I can still pop it in here. Yep, there it is. If you are so inclined as to, financially throw a few shekels at the channel, you don't have to, of course. I just put it out there because hell, everybody else does. Why can't I? But I just throw those little ads in a couple of times per stream and just move on. Did I mention I like the green Gatorade? Anyway, what's going on, guys? I think the majority of the folks in here are college football people, so let's talk. You want to talk sports? Talk sports. You want to talk oh. My house just got buzzed by a mosquito plane. We have these planes that fly real low over a city and county, spraying mosquito stuff. And they go, and they're not supposed to. Well, I guess they can fly now. They're supposed to not fly after, say, 10 o'clock. Libby says, did you see my message about how I took my little hatchback four-wheeling over a cement aisle? Yes, I did read that. I forgot to respond, I guess. Yeah, don't do that, Libby. You're lucky you were able to get the wheel repaired. You're also lucky you didn't damage the tire. You could have hit the thing so hard you could have screwed up the belts underneath the tread or popped the tire. So don't do that no more. That's bad for you. It's bad for your car. Let's see. So Scott's going to live with you, right, Lib? So you got the house together. Nobody else out there. Jeez, come on, guys. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, did you see? No, you probably didn't. But did you see our former friends' last couple of little short snippet videos? Perchance, um, he's really in trouble. He's really not doing well. Um, let's see. Oh, how you like has entered the chat. That's good. Left a like. Thank you. I appreciate that. Libby said the people who lived here before us trashed it, so we have to do a bunch of stuff to make it nice. Also, no, I haven't watched any of their videos in ages. Yeah, he's put up a few less than 1 or less than 2 minute videos. Um, and they're quite scary, Lib. The deterioration, um, the word Schadenfreude, I don't know. No, I'm not disturbed by him, Libby. I'm just sad to see how badly the guy is deteriorating. Is all. Big Wrist, who we're talking about. I'm not going to mention the name of the channel or the name of the person, but Libby, you see her on screen is LC. Those are actually her initials, LC. That's kind of cute, actually. LC. Um, Oh, that word is, I guess that's German. It means shameful joy, taking pleasure in others. I take no pleasure in his misery, quite honestly. I'm just really, it's sad to watch somebody deteriorate like that. Anyway, Big Wrist, Libby and I used to be involved with a channel who, um, oh, okay. Libby is enjoying watching those two deteriorate. Okay, well, I do too. I just didn't want to admit it. Anyway, Libby and I used to frequent a channel out there. There are certain channels out there that watch certain kinds of videos. I mean, everything from video compilations of auto accidents to video compilations of Karens and Darrens and Sov sits and political loons and things like that. And this guy would play the movie on the channel or play the video on the channel, and then a bunch of us would be live in a on Skype. And you'd probably use StreamYard now, but we were using Skype back then, and we would all comment on the silliness or the stupidity of it, or we wish somebody would hit that guy with a taser or blow his damn car window out or whatever. And Libby was there first, and I stumbled on the channel, and I actually got involved in the channel mostly because of Libby's accent, which is heavy Australian, and her, shall we say, colorful vocabulary, which is very funny. She is very funny. Yes, you are a bloody nutcase, but we love you to death. And after about a year or so on there, and the guy who was on there, the guy who ran the channel, and a lot of his, I will call them now sycophants, are, shall we say, to the left of center, and I'm not. And so I would always be getting in conflicts with not necessarily him, but all his minions would be whining and bitching and complaining about how I commented about what I saw versus how they commented. And I would get into fights with them over the Skype and everything. And eventually, no, not with you mainly, with the two other guys. You know who they are. The old fart and the young punk. I'm not going to name names. Anyway, after a while, I became fed up with it and I left the channel, which coincided really with the 2019 football season, college football season. And then when the season was over, I just poked my head in just to see what was going on. And I made some I made a wise ass comment about the host's new hairstyle, which he decided to go blonde instead of black. And he took offense to it, and then the whole thing kind of deteriorated from there. And lately, he's been attacking his sycophants, including one of the very first one. Well, I wouldn't call Libby a sycophant. I mean, she wasn't, but others were, and he attacked them too. But one of the second person he drove off was his most loyal supporter, which was Libby, and did it in such a way that let me put it this way, if you were in a grocery store and this guy was yelling at a girl the way this guy was yelling at Libby, you'd hit him. I guarantee you any red-blooded American male would walk up to that guy and punch him dead in the face. And that's the short version of what we're talking about. And I'm always happy to see Libby because she managed to survive that rather ridiculous and uncalled for attack. And she was upset for a while, but she bounced back. Yes. Very, very clear picture of a person to avoid because this person has problems. And when this person goes finally over the edge, the little choo-choo goes around the bend for the last time, you don't want to be within 100 miles of him. What are we yapping about now, Bet? We're yapping about somebody that Libby and I used to know. Somebody we used to call a friend who ain't a friend no more. If you stuck around and paid attention, you wouldn't ask that question, would you, son? Now, Elsie, be nice. He's just a kid, He don't mean nothing. He's a good kid. Let's see. There we go. What else you want to talk about besides, personal history, and I emphasize the word history. I want to do two things with respect to that guy. I want to stay off of his radar because he keeps threatening to abuse my channel. And you were listening to the Bee Gees. Hey, chat, should I time the Bet out for admitting he was listening to the Bee Gees? Anyway, two things. I want to stay off his radar, and I want to grow my channel be bigger than his. He's got a little over 2,000 subs. I'm at just a little shy of 1,580. So I want to get my sub count higher than his. Libby says, let's talk about how I've got a 3/4 bottle of vodka. And she wants to know what's wrong with the Bee Gees. Really? You really want me to go into that about the Bee Gees? Okay, no, I won't. I don't want to talk about the Bee Gees. Slim Mosley said, when was the last time you punched someone, Mr. Red-Blooded American? Been a while because I haven't gone out of my way to seek out somebody to hit. I generally want to avoid those people now because I don't want to end up in jail. I don't want to end up with a lawsuit. I got too much left at stake in my life to throw it all away by hitting somebody. Sure, Bob. You want to talk about SEC football? Who's winning the East? Florida's winning the East. And Slim Mosley will say Georgia's winning the East. And the Bet will say Texas is winning the Big 12. And How You Like will say Georgia's winning the East. And I don't know who Big Wrist's college football team is, but he probably won't say Florida. So, and Elsie says, Libby says, BGs are islands in the stream. I'm really not going to be happy if you start singing. Good, Ben. I'm glad you listened to other music because the Bee Gees don't qualify as music, my opinion. Disco. No, thank you. Big risk. Been 13 years for me. I was a 43-year-old fat man in the wrong place, wrong time. Pure luck I didn't kill him. Well, that's good to know. I don't. Nobody needs to die over, a fist fight. And Slim thinks he would be correct to say that, meaning he would say that Georgia will win the SEC East. Well, no, you'll be incorrect, sir. But if you want to think you're correct, we'll see you November 7th in Jacksonville. Bring that sorry-ass, broken-down team of yours down to Jax. My Gators will be waiting for you, and we'll have a little tussle. And we'll see who wins the East. I think it'll be Florida. You think it'll be Georgia. We'll see in about, 2 months? Let's see. Big Riss is not a football fan. That's all right, man. You don't have to be a football fan. You're a watch guy. Watch guys are very welcome in my chat. Wish watch guys would stick around longer and say something watch like. By the way, in case you're wondering, wearing my Tudor Pelagos today. I just felt Pelagos today. I love this watch. I've been wearing it all day. It's so light with the titanium. It doesn't even feel like it's there half the time. Atypical Gump is here. He says, Celine, oops, never mind. Okay. Come on, Gump. I expected more out of you. Beth says, Valhalla, I'm coming. Okay. Let's see. Bob Barner says UGA will win the East and Bama wins the West. You're half right. Bama wins the West. Florida wins the East. You're only going to have to play the Bama fans are only going to have to play Georgia once this season. They're not going to play twice. Big Rest says watches, knives, pew pew, and politics are my passions. Well, I like watches. I majored in political science and got my master's in administration. And I don't know enough about guns and knives to really talk intelligently about them. So, oh, that's nice. Thank you. Hang on, Libby said, "Is the Pelagos under the watch?" Would you stop it? Come on now. Hang on. I know who said that. That was from Rattlehead. Rattlehead is in here, but he hasn't spoken up, so I don't know what that's all about. Hang on. He sent a PayPal to me, and I'm going to read it as soon as it comes up. And he says, "Go Gators." Indeed, sir. Go Gators. Thank you, sir. This is a Gator safe space. There he is. Thank you, Rattlehead. The most talented individual in the Uncle Lou comment section. He won the, as we all know, he won the talent contest by doling out some serious jams on his guitar. Although I really wanted him to do Unchained, but he says he can't do that. So, okay, I understand. But what you did do, Rattlehead, was fantastic stuff. Let me go over here. But I thank you for the PayPal. Very nice. The bet says, Celine, I thought you listened to Led Zeppelin. So, how you don't know that quote, sir? What quote? I'm looking for. Oh, okay. Because I don't know all the lyrics to all the Led Zeppelin tunes, Sue me. My mind is not a sponge when it comes to song lyrics. Now, if you want to do Star Trek trivia, I can do that. I'm pretty good at that. But song lyrics, especially song lyrics from Led Zeppelin, not so good. Let's see. But besides, Libby, that's not how you spell Pelagos. Here, I'll spell it for you. Hang on. I got my loop. Pelagos. Pelagos. What did you do? Um, I lost it. Oh, there's no E on the end. Is there? No E on the end. Anyway. What do you mean, ooh, start? That's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. I'm sorry. Come on. Okay. I'm sorry, Bet. Ew, saying ew about Star Trek, gone. You can spend 5 minutes in the corner. Okay, go sit in the corner and think about what you just did. I'm sorry. I'll put up with the shots at my Gators. I'll even put up with the BGs. But you say ew to Star Trek. No, bye. You don't spend 5 minutes in the timeout chair. We'll see you in 5. Anyway, moving on. Big Red says my mind is just a sponge, old and moldy. Okay. Let's see. You've actually been to a few Star Trek conventions. I have not gone. The only time I was ever at one of those type of things is my daughters were at the time they were big into anime. Okay. Well, want to bet? Bet. My daughters were I'm sure he has several troll accounts, Big Wrist. I'm sure he has a few. So he'll probably pop back up in another 30 seconds or so. But my daughters were into anime, and they did cosplays, and they drugged me to a con. I forgot what it was called, MetroCon, I think it was in Tampa, Florida. And since I didn't buy one of their magic tickets, I basically spent 2 days walking around the Tampa Convention Center, um, in the free area. I couldn't go to any lectures. I couldn't go into the special rooms off to the side where all the real good merchandise was. How you doing, Tennessee Mike, who is a Alabama fan? Strange. Again, Tennessee, thank you for that idea you had on doing videos for Random Rob's 40,000 celebration. I'm glad I did that. I hope you got to see it. I hope you got to see all of them. Anyway, Big Risk, I was just walking around the convention center looking at all these kids and some not so kids in their costumes and everything. And some of these costumes were very, very elaborate. Some of them were very, very not there. You know what I mean? And some of them, they had to throw these people out. I mean, there was one chick. I mean, a really, really, I mean, it had to be mid-20s girl and an absolute knockout. Um, and she decided to show up to the convention dressed like an SS officer, with the full black outfit and the hat and even the symbols. and they kicked her out real quick. She lasted maybe 15 minutes in the whole thing. They just threw her out. You have platform boots. Okay. I have a mental picture of that, and it's interesting. Big Russ says Tulsa was a great convention, but you can't beat Vegas in the early 2000s, just Star Trek Central. Tennessee Mike says he went to Star Trek Interactive Experience at the Hilton in Vegas. I heard that was very interesting. Libby, you did not do housework this morning, period. And you certainly didn't do housework in platform boots. Hey, Cowboy Swami, how you doing, man? Not much. BVD tonight because he's at a high school football game, so I figured, why not? I'll take up the space. Yes, I'm calling you a liar. Yes, I'm saying that you did not do housework. Is up. My connection went unstable. Hang on. Okay, I got an alert saying my connection was unstable. Is it back? Am I good? Someone tell me I'm good or I'm working. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Cowboy. Yes, Libby, I'm saying you didn't do housework in platform boots. And you live in Australia and I'm in Florida. You're not going to be smacking my bum anytime soon. So I want video evidence of you doing housework in platform boots or it didn't happen. I was not born yesterday. So what's going on with you, Swami? You know, I was hoping more people would I would hope more people from BVD stream would see that I went. Well, I guess not all of them are subscribed to me. So okay, fine, yeah, okay. Have Scott shoot some video or pictures or whatever, and send them over. Watching the Phillies game. Okay, you know I saw something earlier. Let me look real quick. I thought the NHL had suspended today. Yeah, they did. I don't know why my local Tampa station put up a blurb that popped up on my phone that said that they were going to be doing, of the broadcast of the Tampa Bay Lightning game today. I guess they didn't get the memo that the entire NHL decided to pull a stupid like everybody else. Oh, we're going to boycott for, the shooting in Kenosha. Oh, please. Please. Whatever. Uh-oh. Hang on. Libby's boyfriend, Scott, just sent something to me. Hang on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Libby, can I show this? Can I show this? I won't show it if you won't let me, but can I show this? This is funny. Oh, Libby is incensed. I'm going to smack him in the nuts. Be right back. Okay. I'm in trouble now, guys. She's getting on a plane and flying over here. She'll be here in about 24 hours. Let's see. Libby says, then when you find out you're wrong, you can kiss my A. Oh, sure. Bring it on over here. I'll kiss it. No, I won't. The bet. I have multiple troll accounts. I'm not Extreme Striker. Get your facts straight. Okay, so you don't have multiple troll accounts. My words were multiple account. Well, you have two accounts, so that two is more than one. So two is a multiple. So you have two. So I was right. I'm not calling them troll accounts is not absolutely correct, but so I apologize for calling them troll accounts. But when I put you in timeout for your transgression, you will stay in timeout for your transgression, sir. And so will your other account for its transgression of your other transgression. So I'm sorry I had to. It hurt me more than it hurt you, sir. TikTok Chess Hall is here. You know, there was somebody in here earlier that what was the name? Hang on, what was his name? Mukbang Chess Hall is the, there was a guy in here named Mukbang Chess Hall. And he was putting up fortune cookie quotes. Was that you? I don't think it was you, because if it was you, then you should have still had a wrench, right? But it didn't have a wrench. So let's see. So, okay, you were smacking Scott in the nuts. I see, not me. And Libby says I can't show this picture, so I will respect her wishes and not show the picture. It was kind of funny, but okay. You have platform boots, but you weren't doing housework in them. You were lying in bed. So, Sports Expert 101 is here. Where's the BVD stream? He's at a football game, sir. He's at that high school game. So his spot was empty, so I decided to take it. Because if he's not streaming, I got nothing to do until later tonight if I go on any other streams. So I had nothing better to do, so I'm going to stream. I might make a little ad revenue. I might get some hours. I might have a little fun. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys. Please, it does help. PayPal link in the description, and I'll put it here too. I already got one tonight, which was pretty good. And of course, the super chat's available too if you want to use that, or do nothing at all and just hit the thumbs up button and hang around and talk to me and talk to each other. I'm glad your feelings weren't hurt, Bet. I wasn't intending to make your feelings hurt, just telling you where your limits are. So Libby is back now, and I guess she didn't smack her boyfriend in the nuts because he said he'll keep, so she'll do it later. Austin P versus Central Arkansas tomorrow. Sports Expert, I got to say, even though I am jonesing for live college football, I can't wait for the Florida season to start more than anybody in here and anybody out there. But the measurement of my lack of caring about Austin P versus Central Arkansas, the unit of measurement, there isn't one small enough to measure my lack of caring about that game. But saying that, I'll probably watch it anyway, just so I can reacquaint myself with the rules. TikTok Chess Hall says, I found a picture of my dad on my phone. I got a new Facebook. I think I sent you a friend request. Oh, you did? Okay. I thought that was from your hacked account, so I deleted it. So I'll tell you what. Send it again, and I'll friend up on Facebook. In fact, if you send it now, I'll know it's you. So if you can send it right now, I'll accept it. But I got one yesterday, and I deleted it because I thought it was from the old account, and I was getting trolled or hacked. So sorry. Bet the limits are: do not say anything negative about Star Trek. That's one limit. So, and the other ones, I'm sure you and I will find together, because I'm sure you'll transgress at some point, because you do. Rain Surya is here. I just call him Rain. Yeah, Libby was going to go after her boyfriend's nuts for something he did, but no, we are. Yes, actually, Libby, we are talking about real football. We're talking about the football that we play over here, which is the real football, not that candy ass shit that you do over there. So, the one with the black and white checkered ball, that's not football. That's now looking to flop. And that other thing you guys do, no, no, no. Sorry. Go do a haka. Oh wait, sorry, that's New Zealand. Sorry. One of my Rolex predictions. Okay. Well, actually, in September, there are some new Rolexes supposed to be announced. One prediction I have about Rolex is something they haven't done in a very long time. And that's a red watch. Something with a red watch face and or bezel. I'm predicting that Rolex is going to do something in red, because they haven't done it in a long time, and red is sort of a trendy color right now. It's sort of trending. Let's see. Jason's back. He's predicting Rolex blue sub no date. Y'all would love one of those. Jesus, I would love a blue sub with no date. And they're discontinuing the Hulk, huh? Well, my dad has a Hulk, so if I ever want to play with a Hulk, I can go over there and borrow it. I have to resize it, but I can borrow it. But he generally doesn't loan me his Rolexes unless I really ask nice. And Rain says, congratulations on finding that photo of your dad, Chess. I agree. That is great news that you were able to find a picture of your dad. So you didn't lose it. I would copy that photo to about 3 or 4 different places if you can, so that you don't lose it again. I would put that in multiple. I would put that on a thumb drive and then put the thumb drive in a safe somewhere. Let's see. Libby says, wait, you guys have helmets and all those shoulder pads. We don't have any of that. Who's the pussy again? The Australians are, because they're socialists. Let's see. The bet has left the chat. Oh. Well, you can come back anytime you want to, Bet. You're always welcome here. Just don't say anything bad about Star Trek. Sell you my dad's Hulk, Jason. No. No. If anyone's getting the Hulk, it's me. And that isn't going to be for a while, God willing. And, Dad bought a Zelos today, by the way. He told me to order him one of the new titanium swordfish with the meteorite dial. So we're looking forward to that. So he said, so the day isn't a total loss. Go buy one of those for me. Oh, okay. So looking forward to that. So they did tease the blue sub no date at official Rolex. I wish they'd do a red watch. I mean, I'm not a particularly big fan of red watches. I just want to see Rolex do something different once in a while. Libby says, don't be afraid. We won't hurt you. We have universal health care and the ability to go to school for free. And usually things that are given for free have No value, but all right. And as for the universal health care, oh, don't get me started. I'm just, you know what, Libby? Yes. Okay, Libby, your system is perfection personified. I hope that someday everyone looks like Australia, full of socialists and deserts. So, um, I did read out what you said. And Big Risk puts a very good point that your tax rate is huge. Yes, you'll pay it back later. Yeah, I saw that, Libby. It's a throwaway line. Let's see. Cowboys Farming wants to know the difference between a 31.35 and a 32.35 is 100. No. I don't know off the top of my head. I honestly don't. I'm not a movement snob. I know there are guys out there to Rolex for the 31-32 movement. Oh, I have the 31-35. No, I have the 32 there. Well, I have a 35-35. You know, no, I'm not one of those. I can probably look that up for you. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's see. Difference between let's see. According to Bob's Watches, and I know Bob's Watches is a very good Rolex dealer, and they know a ton about Rolex. Let's see. 3135 made its debut in 1988. And let's see. They call it the easiest Rolex automatic movement to service and one of the most robust. It beats at 28,800 beats per hour. Power reserve of 48 hours. 3235 is the new generation. It is 90% new over the 3135 and has 14 patents. Let's see. Oh, here we go. 3135 debuted in 1988 versus 2015 for the 3235. 48 hour versus 70 hour. They have the same beat rate, the same size, the same hairspring. The escapement in the 3135 is a Swiss lever. The escapement in the 3235 is a chrono energy escapement, thinner pallet stones, double escape wheel teeth, 15% increase in efficiency. Balance shaft on the 3135 is riveted versus friction fit for the 3235. Shock absorber is KIF in the 3135 and Paraflex in the 3235. That's about it. Does that help? I hope it helps. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. Big risk. Power reserve is almost, well, I'd say 75% higher, and the hairspring is definitely upgraded. If you go to Bob's Watches on the internet, that's a fantastic source for all things Rolex. Marcus is here. How you doing? Another Florida fan. I seem to attract all the finest Florida fans. Funny how George never shows up. Of course, I don't think he knows I have a channel. course, sometimes I wonder if George knows what planet he's on, but that's another subject. You bought your first tutor from Bob's. Okay. I know my dad has bought at least 3 of his tutors from Bob's, and the other ones came from European Watch, which I think does business with Bob's. So maybe they all came from Bob's watches. I don't know. But Pop has a whole bunch of tutors. I ended up with a couple of his old tutors, but Tudor is a fantastic watch. A great value, too. Cowboys Homie says, I'm surprised that Salida, it's SELL, I think, did not clone the 3135 like they did. Nobody, I don't think anybody would dare clone a Rolex movement. I think that's one of those forbidden things out there. I mean, ETA sells their movements to practically everybody, but I don't think Rolex sells their movements outside. Pardon me. Ooh, pardon me again. Sorry. I don't think Rolex sells their movements to anybody. They keep them in house. So that's probably why nobody clones a Rolex movement, because, Rolex movements are proprietary to Rolex. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong. But I don't think anyone's going to be cloning a Rolex movement anytime soon. Big Risk says his Tudor seems to be in his sweet spot. Hey, I agree. Tudor makes fantastic. Well, I have right now I have a Tudor Prince chronograph that my dad bought and just didn't really connect with. He found out after a few purchases that he just didn't like chronographs very much. So I ended up with all his chronographs except 2. And I have a Tudor Heritage chronograph in the orange and blue colorway. Those are 2. And I have, of course, my Pelagos. All of them are very stunning watches. They really are. Hey, no problem, Wilkie. I'm glad to do it. Thanks for being here. I appreciate everybody being here. I wish my streams attracted more folks, but, the folks that it does attract are fine folks. So, let's see. Big Rest said, there was a breakdown vid on a super clone. The vid clearly shows an attempt at cloning, but in reality, it was a fake movement on top of a crap movement. Yeah. Somebody came in here on another stream recently, Big Wrist, and they were asking me what I thought of owning a fake Rolex. Would I ever do that? And do I think it's something that he should look into? For the life of me, I can't remember who it was. But I said absolutely not. I don't want to own a fake anything. I don't want to own a fake Seiko. I don't want to own a fake Zelos. I don't want to own a fake anything. I want the real deal. And when you start getting into the amount of money a Rolex cost, you definitely want to be buying from known legitimate sources. So I wouldn't buy a Rolex off of, for example, I wouldn't buy a Rolex off of eBay. No way. I would go on a European Watch, or I would go on a Chrono 24, or I would go on a Bob's and maybe Saltzman's. And I would make damn sure that Rolex was authenticated 3 and 4 and 5 different ways. Because if you're going to spend 10 grand or more on a Rolex, you better be damn sure you know what you're getting. No, there's Big Red says no fakes for him, but a good homage is fine. It's a fine line I walk proudly. No, there's nothing wrong with an homage watch, because an homage watch, by definition, is a watch that looks like, like there are got to be a dozen or more homages to the Rolex Submariner. I mean, hell, even Tudor makes a watch that looks like it's the Submariner, but it's a Tudor. And as long as they don't say they're a Rolex, they say they're a Panis or a Tudor or whatever, that's fine. An homage watch is not, to me, a fake. It's a tribute. It's an homage. So I have no problem with homage watches. I just don't want to own a fake watch. Cowboy Swami, do you think a gyro tourbillon is effective? It's showy. It's very, very showy. I'm sure they still have an effect now. The effect is less than it used to be because, the technology, the way that watches are built now, they're built much more accurately right off the bat. The tourbillon served a purpose way back when. That purpose is really, in the modern watch age, is no longer needed. That's why you don't see them very often. It's very showy. It's very, next level ooh and ah, but in terms of, effectiveness and necessity, very low. But you can put a tourbillon in a watch and command a hell of a price for one. Just ask Elshin over at Zelos. I mean, he made a production run of 10 high-end Halo watches. What do you call them? Mirage. I would love it. They were 10 to 12 grand. I would have loved to have one of those watches. They were gorgeous. But, they were the most of the price was taken up by a tourbillon. But do you really need one? No. That's why I don't have one. This watch doesn't need one. No watch needs a tourbillon in this era, but back then, yeah, they were needed. Exactly, big risk. Tourbillon is a fancy complication now, not useful, just pretty. And man, they are pretty too. But here's the funny part I saw on like, if you ever watch those videos on Wednesdays and Sundays that are put up by Tim Masso at Watchbox, they're like 45 minutes long. And you ever notice all those high enders, the Pateks and the and all the the real high end, the stuff that makes Rolex look cheap? They have tourbillons in them. They put all the tourbillons on the back side of the watch where you can't see them. I mean, most of them don't have open faces or open hearts, so you can't see the damn tourbillon. You're paying all that money. I mean, they had watches on there that were $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. One I think was near $800,000. That had a tourbillon in it. You couldn't see it unless you took the watch off, turned it over. If I'm going to pay $500,000 for a watch with a tourbillon in it, I damn well want to see it. Put it on the watch face where I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, you saw that too. The 1 of 35 G-Shock Square, 18 karat gold, $70,000 G-Shock. Yeah, I think I've heard of that movement. You know what I found? I'm gonna put this up for you. Hang on just a minute. I found when I had some vintage Casios, I had a Surf Timer and a Skywalker. I found this website quite by accident. It was a. I'll read you the title here. I'm gonna post the link for you, so grab it if you want it. It is having technical difficulties. Okay. Anyway, it was they call it the G-Shock Wiki Casio watch resource, and it literally had manuals in electronic form for every G-Shock manual there ever was. I'm gonna put it here for you if you want it. Great. Random Rob's here. Random Rob. Congratulations, my friend. I am so happy for you that you got to the 40K mark today. Very happy for you. Credit where credit is due. It was Tennessee Mike's idea. He suggested it. I made one and put it aside. I only made it a couple of days ago, so I put it aside. Hang on just a minute. I'm gonna try reloading this. And was hoping I would be able to post it. And I'm just very happy for you, sir. Just the amount of help you've given my channel, I can never repay. So, no, don't cry, please don't cry. But it's a very good achievement that you got to 40,000 subscribers. There are a lot of watch channels out. Hell, there's a lot of watch channels. There's a lot of channels out there, period, that would kill for 40,000 subs. You got there. I mean, you're right up there with some of the big guys that do watch reviews and content. So you're up there, man. You got a big watch channel. You got a really successful Patreon. Hell, you even got your own Discord server. So any of you guys that are on here that are not members of Random Rob's, at least subscribe to Random Rob's YouTube channel. You need to go find it and you need to sub it up. And check out the Patreon, and then you can check out the Discord. Got a lively community on there, so definitely a place that you want to be if you're a watch guy is Random Rob's place. Oh, and by the way, thank you for shipping that out today for me. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and you and I both know where that's probably ending up. So, but let me take a look at it first. Let me see what I think of it. But you and I both know where it's probably going to end up because I'm sick. I got a problem. I got a big problem. I want all the watches. Bring all the watches to me. I want to be like Josh Evil Sizer when I grow up. I want to have a 500 watch collection. Cowboy Swami wants to know if I am a fan of Spring Drive. Yes, I am. In fact, I have a Grand Seiko. If you go on my channel, you'll find the review of it. It's a Grand Seiko Snowflake. And it is a lovely, lovely watch. One of the few dress watches I ever owned that I bonded to. And I bonded to that watch despite the fact that it has a really crappy bracelet. I hate the bracelet too, Rob. It does have half links on it that you can try and size the damn thing, but a butterfly clasp bracelet by definition is the hardest bracelet to get to fit right because there's no micro adjustment. Plus the fact that these yahoos decided to put a bracelet on there with pin and collar attachment, which pin and collar was invented by Satan himself. It is, it's the type of watch bracelet fitting device for people who hate people. It really is. And I took the day. I got so frustrated with it. I ordered a leather strap from Collareb over in Italy. Who, by the way, if you want fine Italian leather straps, and I'm not, I don't say these things because I'm sponsored by any of these guys. I'm sponsored by nobody really. But if you want a fine Italian leather strap and get it in 3 days to the U.S., Collareb, definitely, man, Collareb. They even smell great. You open up that envelope and you get that smell like a pair of Italian shoes, and it's just like, yeah. And when I put that leather strap on that snowflake, that made that watch so much more wearable. Yeah, I know. A lot of watch high end watch companies use the butterfly, and that's fine. But the nice thing about a butterfly clasp strap or bracelet is 9 out of 10 times you can change them out for something else, and 10 out of 10 times you're going to want to, because those things are horrible. They just make you crazy. I'm out of Gatorade. Oh well, I'll live. Yeah, Random Robert's absolutely correct. He reviewed a snowflake. I don't think it was mine. No, it wasn't mine. Um, liked the watch, hated the bracelet. I love the watch. I think the Snowflake is a fantastic watch. The technology in that spring drive is second to none. It's smooth. It's accurate. I mean, it's accurate to 5 seconds, no, 10 seconds per month. A lot of quartz watches are lucky to be accurate to 10 seconds a day, but this one's 10 seconds per month. That means in an entire year, it is only going to lose 2 minutes, 120 seconds, 2 minutes. That's pretty damn good. So I love the spring drive. Matter of fact, you've convinced me. I'm going to wear that watch tomorrow. Let's see. Big Red says he's trying to find a new class for my Tissot gentleman. Weird size. Yeah. Good luck. I wouldn't even know where to start. You know what I would do? Actually, I take that back. You know what I would do for a start? I'd contact Tissot and say, hey, well, guys, what do I do? Seiko 9F is plus minus 10 seconds a year. That's pretty good. Now, I don't think the Snowflake has that movement. That's the very, very highest of the high-end movements for Seiko, if my memory serves me correctly. I couldn't even tell you what watch they put that in. I think it's a Grand Seiko. Might be a King Seiko. Might be a Creedor. I don't know. If you know, let me know, because I can't recall a movement that has a 9F in it. But yeah, that's their max out movement. But I like the Pateks. Tissot was no help. Think about getting a 20 millimeter clasp and living with the 0.3 millimeter wobble. Yeah. I recently had a vintage Seiko. It was called the Doctor's Chronograph. I actually sold it to a gentleman in Australia. Actually, it's been a month and a few days, and he's still waiting. We know it's in Australia. We know it's in Sydney, but it hasn't been delivered yet. It had a 19. Yeah, it had a 19 millimeter lug width. You can't find a decent 19 millimeter strap anymore, so I just went with an 18 millimeter leather strap and lived with a little bit of side to side that came with doing that, and it never really bothered me. So yeah, it's these oddball sizes, or they will make you crazy. But if you tell yourself enough times that it's the best thing to do is just live with the little, with the little bit of wobble or the little bit of space or whatever, eventually eventually you forget about it, and eventually you don't even see that it's there. Hmm. So what else? I just said that, Matt. So now what? I don't know. Well, let's see. Cowboys Hornet says if I was able to manufacture a watch, it would be a full solid steel 43 diver. If I can wear my JSAR, I could wear that. Yeah, well, I have a JSAR. It's 46 millimeter watch, and it's a thick boy. So, um, yeah, if you can wear a 46, you can certainly wear a 43. Um, somebody new here I haven't seen before. Somebody named Sky Rice. How you doing, sir? Uh, let's see. Oris, the big wrist says Oris makes that. Yeah, I remember talking to my friend Ivan Ennis, who is the owner of Iconic timepieces. They were a Kickstarter campaign that I backed, and I got to review the prototype to their first offering, the Halo Klein, which is supposed to be delivering like literally any day now. And he was talking about, people ask him all the time. I said, I want to get into the micro brand business. And he says, I have one word of advice for people who want to get into the micro brand watch business: don't. It's hard. I listen to the way Ivan tells it. This is not an easy thing to accomplish. Getting a micro brand watch off the ground with all the different logistics of design and buying enough movements and boxes and straps and bracelets, and what do and marketing it and selling it and getting prototypes made and get them out there to people like me, and more importantly to Rob, for review and testing and so on and so forth. It's not something that's easy to do, and he definitely doesn't think it's certainly not for everybody. So he tries to warn people away from making their own watch. And what you said, Cowboy, just kind of reminded me of that. Let's see. Big Rick says, I know a surefire way to have $1 million after making a micro brand watch. Start with 3 million. Yeah, that's like the old saying of, if you want to make a small fortune in auto racing, start with a large fortune. That's true, Rob. Most micro brands won't last very long. I mean, for every Zelos or Talker or NTH, there's got to be a dozen or so remains of different companies scattered around. Um, Rob says watches will last, so we will have a bunch of cool, strange watches. That is the brand. That the brand, yeah, that's true. Yeah, the brand may not survive, but the watches will be around. So, um, I hope that's not true with in the case of Iconic or or Dorenzo, because they make some pretty cool pieces, but you just don't know. I mean, I don't know if either of them are going to rise to the level of one of the big micro brands, which is sort of an oxymoron, being a big micro brand. But sorry, guys. Um, But I'm glad Zelos made it. That's for damn sure. Anyway, I am now on here for an hour and a half. I am going to wrap this up because, wait, Rob says, with one owner running the show, if and when they leave or die, brand is over. Yeah, that's true. Would Chris Ward be considered a micro? I don't think Chris Ward is considered a micro at this point. Are they? I didn't even know Chris Ward was ever considered a micro, but I don't know. Skyrise says, I hope some of the ones we all know will survive. C Ward, Zelos, Notice, NTH. I think so. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be another stream coming along in about 20 minutes or so. And I'm probably going to want to, I've got a couple of things I need to do first. And I've been on here for an hour and a half and really enjoyed myself. So if anybody is watching this, not live, but on, repeat or tape delay or whatever you want to call it, if you've gotten this far, definitely remember before you leave to give me a thumbs up. It does help the channel. Comments, questions, suggestions down there. I read them all. I respond to them all. But if you're going to be idiotic or you're going to spam me with I'm lonely or come date me or one of those idiotic things that pop up in all our comment sections, I'm just going to block you and I'm going to delete your comment. If you're new here and you just came along, haven't already done so, first of all, welcome to my channel. On your way out, click the subscribe button down below and click the bell icon next to it so that when I upload new content or go live, you will be alerted. I thank everybody who's stopped by tonight. Random Rob, Wilkie, Cowboy Swami, Big Wrist, the Bets, Tennessee Mike was here earlier. Skyrice, you're here. Rain Surya's here. Bobby Legs was in here earlier. My friend Libby from Down Under was here. TikTok Chess Hall was here. Thank you all for Floridian is here just in time for me to wrap up. I'm sorry, Floridian, but I gotta go. Thank you all for showing up. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a good rest of the evening, good rest of the weekend. I look forward to seeing you on my next live stream, which hopefully will be real soon. Bye-bye, guys.